This is Shel Spivey coming to you from La Entrada, Ecuador. I want to take a few minutes today to basically look back 2 years ago. It was October of 2016 when we started really earnest work on the church and then walked through the colorization of the village in the early days. So I'm going to quickly go through some photos of the way the village looked in 2016. This is in the courtyard area, and you can see it's pretty glib, and we're getting ready to take a look at all sides of the courtyard. They'll go around here to the left, and you can see there's a little color here in the village, but not much. This is the center road going through the village that takes you right down to the church. As you can see, there are scattered homes that have some paint on them, but mostly not at all. The one here on your left was actually demolished and a new home sits there. But I just want you to take note of all the buildings and the lack of color and the prominence of all this cinder block that was exposed cinder block, which is pretty typical here in these smaller villages in Ecuador. Our commitment was that we knew we were going to paint all of these homes on all sides, and we're getting very close to that. But I'm going to show you what the village looked like again a couple of years ago. You can see I was giving a guided tour here, and there is some audible here, but I'm going through this very rapidly. Now, as you look directly in front, you can see the church over there, and it's the frameworks on the church is pretty much erected, but it had a long way to go in October of 2016. So we'll step through here and look around the courtyard here, which was all torn up then. It looks much better now, and the church, even in its bare kind of state that it was at that time, you can see the potential. What we had to do was raise money with our first crowdfunding account to put glass at front of the church, because our ultimate goal was to have beautiful weddings here. I want to take just a minute to do a look back at January of 2016. This is the church side as it appeared at that time. Obviously, no construction is going on. So in just a little over 3 years, we've done everything, including building the church, and we're 75% of the way in completion of the village. Now, I know I've said that before, but I think this particular photo kind of puts things in perspective. Now we move down to the Malecon, which is basically the road or highway or whatever that goes between the homes on the ocean front and the wall itself or the railing itself. So that's known as the Malecon. Ours was in unbelievably bad condition. You can see from the rails there, that's exposed rebar, and the cement had deteriorated over the years. I think it was around 20 years old. So the seawall's having to be rebuilt, and all the railing replaced, and the pavers here in front, there's a lot of them that need to be replaced, and so all that's going to have to be done. And we knew that was coming in the future. So just another little obstacle in our way to redoing the entire village. Okay, now we're down on the beach looking at the seawall. As you can see, it is in terrible condition. The effort to get this done is actually going to wind up taking probably close to a year to get it all finished, but we know that that's got to happen to get us where we want to be, and that is the total renovation of the village. So slowly we're going to get this done. In Ecuador they say poco poco, so you just stay it, you do it a little bit at a time, a little bit more, and then after a while it starts really coming together. So I felt from the beginning this project and everything we plan to do, that God would be in this thing. And there were a lot of skeptics didn't feel like it could ever be done, and we proved them wrong. And every day that we get closer to our goal, we will show that perseverance pays off. Okay, we've moved down the beach, and we're right in front of the church. And again, you can see the deplorable condition of that seawall, but it's going to make a transformation. The skeleton of the church is not very beautiful at this time, but over the next 2 or 3 months, the transformation will truly be unbelievable. So I think this gives a good overview of the way things were back in early 2016, and you can fully appreciate the shots as we go along in the transformation of the village. The following are a montage of photos that cover about an 18-month period. Again, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to view another one of our videos. The link to our donation site is listed up above. If you can make a contribution to help us complete this project, we would very much appreciate it. So have a wonderful day, and God bless.